In this video, we're going to be going over the front squat. The front squat is a great exercise to develop lower body strength through the quads, glutes and adductors, and also develop muscle through them areas as well. Some key things we're going to go over here is your footwear, the bar position and the front rack position. With footwear, we want to wear a shoe that doesn't have too much cushioning underneath us, so something like a runner. The reason being is when we're squatting, we want to apply force down through the floor and that shoe is going to absorb that force. Something like Vans or Chucks are a great shoe. Bare feet even works, or if you have access to an Olympic weightlifting shoe that's got an elevated heel, that could help you achieve a lower depth in your squat. We've got 3 different ways that we can position the bar on us. So we can go in your typical front rack position, which you'll see like your Olympic lifters and CrossFitters in, but this requires a lot of mobility. We have to have mobility through our wrists, elbows, shoulders and lats to achieve this position. We want to rest the bar right on the top of our collarbones or on the front of our shoulders. And this is quite an uncomfortable position. And you only really need to do front squats or the front rack if you compete in something like Olympic weightlifting or CrossFit. You can still complete the front squat in the racked position with your arms crossed over or with the weightlifting straps. But if it still is too uncomfortable, that's when you can go to the SSB. The SSB has a little camber or a little bend on the sides of the bar, which when you lift the handles up, that camber is then going to shift the weight forwards into that anterior loaded position, which is exactly the same position as what the front squat is, just not as comfortable. A lot of the times you will be limited to what weight you can use on the front squat just due to how uncomfortable it is, and it can get right up on your neck and choke you a little bit. So if you do have access to the SSB, then I highly recommend that. We want to focus on our breathing and bracing here. So once you've unracked the bar and you've taken your steps back, we want to go through a forceful exhale, get your ribcage and pelvis in that stack position, and then from there, take a big breath in, don't lose the stack position, tense or brace like someone's about to kick you in the gut, hold the breath and control that all the way down as low as your mobility allows, and then power on the way up. We want to repeat that procedure for however many reps you have. What I like to do here is, let's say for example, you have 6 reps, we're completing 1 rep 6 times. So instead of rushing through it and just doing 1 big breath and brace and trying to get through 6, want to individualize them reps. So take a big breath, brace, control the rep, repeat that on rep 2, rep 3, and so on. So if you're new to squatting or just struggling to hit depth, there's 2 things we can do. We can put a bench behind us and squat to a bench, and it's just like our chest when we chest press. It just gives us a target to squat down to. So we can do this for a certain period of time, for example, 8 weeks until we're comfortable hitting that depth, and then remove the bench and squat a little bit lower after that. Or you can put a heel wedge or a weight plate under your heels. What this is going to do is just help you achieve a little bit lower depth as well, just by giving you a little bit more dorsiflexion of the ankle. When we're squatting, we also don't want to have too much weight through the front of our foot, and we don't want too much weight through our heels either. We want to have our weight sitting throughout the midfoot, so not too much weight forwards, not too much weight back. We want to have the pressure of our weight through our midfoot from the top of the movement all the way down to the bottom and then back to the top. The position that you're in at the top is the position that you want to finish every rep on. So we don't want to start the movement in, say, a midfoot position and then finish out on our heels. And same thing through the ribcage, pelvis, and so on. The position we start in is also the position we want to finish in.